very good evening to you all. Welcome to the craft store. It's 6 o'clock. That means we've got a brand new one-day special to launch. Yes, we've still got big savings for you as well. So keep an eye on that yellow box because that's where you will see those savings. Now, this is going to be a great one-day special. It's Madhatters. That means we've got Wendy with us. And I'm so pleased that Wendy arrived safely. Good evening, Wendy. I know the weather has caused a few little problems for the last few days.
Just a few, yep. We've got snow now, but we've had no power for 4 days.
Oh no.
So laser cutting came to a halt.
Oh no.
I had to pack my bags, my suitcase in the dark. And,
but you're here and you're here safely and you've brought us the most amazing products. We're going to look straight at the one-day special. Before we do that though, I'm just going to let you know that dispatch date is from the 6th of December. Reasons we've just heard, actually there's been a little bit of power that's been lost, but of course we've got lovely samples, we've got great demonstrations as well, and everything's well worth waiting for. Let's have a look at the one-day special because straight away you can see you've got a fantastic saving. Now Wendy, tell us about this because we've got so much going on here, haven't we?
Yeah, so you've got your tall slim book boxes, so these are new to us. We've done book boxes before but different sizes, so you've got your small, medium and large.
Yeah.
And then at the back there you have got your 3 set of house shelf boxes, I suppose they are.
Lovely.
Small, medium and large again.
Perfect.
And then we've got your tall, slim, chunky box frames, which we have had before, but obviously we've got a special offer on today.
Amazing. And there's more, isn't there? Because I can see a little stencil at the front there. Is that included as well?
It is indeed, yeah. So you get your flower stencil and there's also 2 slim plaques come with the bundle as well.
Amazing. So an awful lot in this bundle actually with that fantastic saving, and there's even more for Freedom members. Let's have a look at one of these book boxes. So you've got the living hinge there, which you can see. Absolutely fantastic. So many ways you can decorate, Wendy, isn't there?
There is, yeah.
Look at that inside. There's plenty of room to store
They
things or to hide things away.
Yeah.
Let's just turn that to the side so you can see the depth of that. Really, really useful. Great gifts as well. You could put presents inside there. As I say, you could hide things in there. They could just be for decoration purposes. You decide how you want to use them. Now, if you like the decor that's been used on the front of that one as well, watch out because we've got much more to come. Let me just pick up, do you know, I'm going to go for the medium one, I think, of the little house because I'm loving that branch at the top. And the little owl. Watch out because they're coming up as well. Now, these are lovely again, really good depth, aren't they again, Wendy?
They are, so you can build up quite a scene inside of those. Yeah. It has got little hanging holes, so you can put it on the wall if you like. But yeah, no, it's quite a deep box there.
It really is, isn't it? And the fact that you've got smaller, medium and large as well, you can put them together, you can separate them, you can use them however you wish. And the shape of it could be a house, it could be a shed, it could be a beach hut. So you can work to the shape of that as well, can't you? And then, of course, we've got the boxes as well. I'm not even going to attempt to try and reach across to one of the boxes, but you can see them at the front of the counter there. So you could use, I suppose, use these either way around as well. You could use them as a shadow box or use them and put a secret maybe in the back or a little inscription or something like that. Fantastic.
I mean, have them whatever way around you want them. I think when we did them before, I think Samantha that's on the design team, she used it as a tray. So she actually had it, you know, just lying flat and then she had candles in it. So,
I like that idea. Do you know, this time of year as well with Christmas, you could put all sorts in there, couldn't you? All your goodies for Christmas and wrap them up maybe if you want to give them as a gift. Item number is 223972. I don't need to remind you, do it? It's there on the screen. That's saving there. Is yours. Freedom members £14.75, bringing the price right down to £33.74. Don't forget, you've got the stencil, you've got the plaques, as well as 3 each of the book boxes, the little houses, and the slim frames as well. Wonderful. Now we've got more because I did say watch out for some of these elements that of course has been used to decorate some of the samples that we've got on the show. Now I'm loving the next kits. They're really, really fantastic. We've got different options for you as well. We're just looking at the details of course from the one-day special at the moment, but when we see what else we've got in store, I think you'll definitely be wanting to pop some into your baskets. Now, first of all, we're going to look at the owl collection. Now, the owl collection, Wendy, we've just seen, haven't we, on some of the samples there? Yeah. Really good fun. There's a lot there as well. You've got 8 different owls. You've got the branches in there. We've got clouds. We've got flowers. So you can really build a theme up, can't you, in a scene with these?
They are very quirky owls. They've got lots sort of etched detail on them as well, which makes it really easy to follow the lines for colouring in. So yeah, they're quite funky.
They are really, really good. Do you know, you're going to love decorating these, aren't you, with your paints and your inks and all those different mediums. Only £11.99, a £3 saving, but we do have more to show you. 284337 is the item number. Now the next one, oh, right in front of me here, the gnome and the toadstool. There are actually 56 pieces here. 56 pieces. I love the roofs on the houses.
Yeah.
They are just fantastic, aren't they?
And they are layered up as well, so that gives that sort of dimension to it.
Oh, look at that. The little windows. You've got the gnomes, of course. Oh, my word. Look at the toadstools, the miniature ones. Lots of detail in these, Wendy. So lots of reasons to use, to bring out all those mediums, isn't it? The paints, the pens. Wonderful. Oh, I like the flowers as well. Do you know, that is such a good buy, isn't it? £15.99, 56 individual pieces there. £4 saving, 535852. Now we've got some more houses for you, but these are very different to the ones we've already seen. So we've got our art house collection, 6 individual houses, but you can see there the doors are separate, the windows are separate, the detail is separate. So Wendy, we could change the position of the windows and the doors a little bit, I suppose.
Yeah. So the only thing that you really need to keep the same is obviously the roof, because it's, you know, matches the size of the house, but you can swap your windows and doors around. Yep.
Fantastic. Really good sizes as well. Good excuse to decorate those, of course. Maybe add this in with your one day special. You've got the stencil as well to decorate. 878942 is the item number there. £11.99 is the price. A £3 saving on this one. Lots of elements again. You're going to have a lot of fun with these. You could put little faces behind the windows, little curtains behind them maybe. You could fill in with some stained glass perhaps. Or you could decorate them up for Christmas, or maybe have a house for all seasons. Oh, I love that sample we've just seen. Oh, that little elf flew in from somewhere just to visit us. Right, 878942, remember, if you're looking at the last item we've just seen, but we've got more. Yes, we have. These are very, very useful. Now, there's 2 different options. We've got the stars, or we've got the reindeers, and these are the trugs, of course. 3 altogether, so you've got a larger one. If I just lift this one up so you can see the size of it. And you've got 2 of the smaller ones, but saying smaller ones, Wendy, they're still a really good size, aren't they? Really generous.
They really are. So we brought different designs out last year, so these are the new designs. And I actually gave them to everybody for Christmas presents, filled with candles, or, you know, smellies and for the bathroom, chocolates.
They're perfect.
They were really good for Christmas gifts.
And you do get the little star tags with them as well.
You do.
The star. Yeah. We've got the reindeer with the reindeer. So a lovely one here that's been decorated. So yes, you will get your little stars as well, so you can use those separately. I'll show you the reindeer as well, because we have got the tags here to show you. So you can see, if I just pick them up, they've all got the little holes in so you can hang them. I mean, even those would look lovely on the tree, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would, yep.
Oh, really, really sweet. Same with, of course, the reindeer there, the same size. You've got one of the larger ones and 2 of the smaller ones. This is such a great price, isn't it? You're going to have a lot of fun with these. So £9.99 is the price, 313683 is the item number. There's loads of things that you could put in there. So as I say, you do get the tags with them as well. So the stars with the stars, and of course the reindeer with the reindeer. There we are. Right, now then, we've got more to tell you about as well. So let's have a look at the next item. Oh, what have we got here? We've got the junk Bot Plaques. That's a mouthful. I've got to be careful how I say that. Now, you've got the little robots there. You've got the cogs. Oh, I love the backgrounds. I've not seen these before. They're brand new today. That's why. Look at that. £15.98 is the price on this one. £4 saving. 974316. Oh, look at the light bulb there as well. Oh, these are really sweet. This is great for a children's bedroom, maybe a little boy's bedroom moves into his robots, isn't it?
I mean, we have brought these to you before, but we've got like a special buy on them today, so it's... oh,
look at the ruler on that one as well. Oh, I do like these. Do you know, there's so much cutting in these, Wendy. I don't know how you do those prices. Absolutely fantastic value there. Lovely samples that you can see. Of course, you decide how you decorate. You've got lots of choices, haven't you? Now, the one-day special, we're just seeing an image on the screen there. Now, you do also get a couple of plaques. We can't see them on the picture there. You do get the stencil that you've just seen, 3 of the boxes, 3 of the houses, and 3 of the frames as well. All in medium, small and large. Don't know why I did it that way around, actually. Now, we're very, very busy on the one-day special. I am not surprised. You know, everybody is getting great savings here. £11 if you're a non-Freedom member, but if you're a Freedom member, the savings are even more. Let's get over to Wendy, though, without further ado, because we want to see what we can do with these, Wendy.
Yes, yep. So we're going to start with the biggest of the book boxes.
Okay.
So I've already assembled it because I want to work on it, but it really is, it couldn't be easier to put together. It just has the 4 sides, the slots all match. It's really obvious where they all go. I've just used PVA glue to glue them in, so you know you don't need to use anything fancy. And we're actually going to just do a bit of collage on it to begin with. So I've just got scrap bits of paper. So these are sort of papers that I've spritzed, you know, backgrounds and things on. So I'm just wanting to use some of the papers up. We're not going to be overly fussy with them because we're going to build up some layers. So we're going to start with that. So it is a good platform for using up all your bits and bobs.
Definitely. We've been watching Leonie doing the monthly mega deal today, actually, spritzing backgrounds with inks.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, she must have so many, but, you know, always a use for them, tearing them up, stamping on them, die cutting. Perfect for your MDF.
Yeah. I mean, I just keep a folder with all the odd bits and pieces, and they come in handy, and especially if you like to do a bit of collage as well. So we're just going to line that up. As I say, I'm not overly fussy about it because we're going to be distressing edges and building up a couple of layers.
Lovely.
So that's the front. I'll just give it a bit of a rub down, like so. The back, I have just already cut one to size just for speed. Yeah, it's nice.
I'm just going to let everybody know 20% of the one-day special has already gone. We are very, very busy. Keep an eye on those savings. We've got savings across the board. Item number you need there is 223972.
It is such a good bundle. I mean, there's just so many things to play with.
Definitely, and it's one of those bundles, I think, Wendy, even if you're not sure what you're going to do with them straight away, you will always find a use, always.
Yeah, they would be nice to have in your stash, ready for, oh, you know, I've got a birthday coming up, what can I do? Oh, I've got that book box, I can do something with that. So, and the packs work so well with them. I've had so much fun with all the gnomes and the owls.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
But obviously I'm gnome obsessed, toadstool obsessed. So we've got the front and the back on.
Lovely.
And then we are going to be putting an owl on this, but we're still going to put a few, I haven't done the sides. Right, so so this fabulous paper that it was in a florist's shop a couple of years ago. And she was wrapping things in this newsprint, and I was just sort of drooling over it. and she caught my eye. And she says, "You're fascinated by the paper." I says, "Well, a crafter, I can use that." So
definitely,
she actually sold me lots of it. It was
that's nice,
and it is fab because it's just got that old sort of vintage look already.
Do you know, I would just want to read every word on that. I would.
Yeah, I don't think it's in... Oh, well, some of it is in English. It does say something about Taiwan on it, so I'm not quite sure.
To say I'm even more intrigued now.
Right. And I'm not worrying about wrinkles because we are going for a vintage look here.
Okay.
Well, that's my excuse anyway. And I'll just do the other sides quickly because you just don't want to see me gluing too many papers on.
And because of the size and shape as well, if you do want to cut something really accurately to go inside, it won't be difficult. It's easy to measure.
Oh, definitely. I'm not the best at measuring, but when I put my papers on, once they're dry, just take your sandpaper. So any bits that are overhanging, just take your sandpaper and sand them off. If you've missed a bit, then just go in with paint around the edges and, you know, just give it that distressed look. So we're just going to pop them on like so. And then we'll move on to the front again.
Do you know, and I like the fact that you've got the working hinge there because it opens really wide, doesn't it?
It does.
It stays completely flat.
Yeah. I mean, we've done the boxes with a full living hinge as well, so and that we do the flat spined one as well.
I like that.
So it's quite pretty. Right, so we're going to just add a bit of something else. As I say, it's just random bits of paper, and we're just going to create some sort of background. Like so. I do enjoy using my papers. I sometimes forget about my papers.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have you got a secret stash that are your favourites that you don't tear into, or are you not like that?
Oh, I am.
You are.
I recently bought a Christmas paper pad, and it is beautiful, really beautiful. And I keep opening it up and looking at it. I've not a clue what I'm going to do with it, but it's so beautiful to look at.
Oh. I was a bit naughty when I used to do my card workshops. Some of the favourite papers, I used to hide them. I think I'll have those. I'm going to keep those for later.
Yeah.
And the ladies that have all the papers and books to choose from, and it's like, I know I've got the best ones.
Yeah, yeah. Right, so I'm just going to leave that at the moment. And we've got our little owl here. So I've already glued them together. I've painted them just in a white undercoat. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't. Depends on how vibrant I want the colours to be. And I've already used a little bit of paper here. I've just roughly sort of drawn the shape I need there. It's not perfect, but it doesn't matter. So we're going to stick that on.
Now, there was 8 owls, wasn't there, in this collection? 8 different owls as well, and all those components as well, so branches and all sorts of different bits and pieces. Lots of layers to these as well, Wendy.
There is, there is. I love the owls. I've been drawing owls for years. It's just one of that things that I like to draw. Right, so we're going to use some acrylic paint.
Okay.
As I say, normally I would just paint straight onto the wood, but because I'm wanting it slightly more vibrant, if you put your white undercoat, it will shine up better.
Yeah, because MDF is porous, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got to bear that in mind.
Right, so we need a little brush, and we're just going to start painting him in. And I need to take my glasses off because I can't see close up. So because we're using the Medite, which is like a Premier MDF, as you'll probably know yourself, it just is so smooth.
Yeah.
The paint just glides on. Really easy to work with.
And because they're laser cut as well, there's no rough edges, there's no sanding to do.
Exactly, yep. And you get that natural sort of burnt edge to it, which really does lend itself to different techniques.
It does. I like to see that edge, you know, even if sometimes if you use a paint and maybe not an undercoat and it comes through a little bit, it looks as though you've edged round, doesn't it, with an ink or something. Adds to the definition, adds to the shadow effect.
It does.
So it really works with it.
So you've got your lines, so it does make it really easy to follow for your colouring in.
You can really go to town with the owls as well. You could go really bright colours, keep them brown.
I have painted quite a lot of them, and I've got some really funky ones. In the frame, I've done some really funky colours, but you could go quite natural with them as well. So we've just got a little bit of brown.
You could leave things natural and just put a little bit of varnish over.
You could.
And nicely blending some of the colours together there for that sort of textured look.
And I'm not cleaning my brush between, I'm just going straight in with the same brush because I think it gives a more natural sort of blend.
I like doing that. Oh, that's nice on the wings.
A pop of colour.
They're a nice size as well, Wendy, aren't they? Because you've got all different sizes.
You do.
Being 8 of them, but none of them are too small, none of them are too big.
So we'll give them little orange feet. And his little ears.
Do you know, there's a great family day, I think, to be had with MDF. You know, whichever you go for, whether you go for the one-day special, maybe you go for the add-ons as well, maybe you go for the trugs. Let everybody decorate, let everybody do their own thing.
Yeah, yep. I mean, it's really is suitable for all ages, to be honest. Small children, obviously supervision, you know, because some of them have got small parts. But I mean, we used to run birthday parties and the kids just loved it.
Yeah, well, they can use the felt tip pens even, can't they, on them?
Yeah, yeah. So I'm just...
How quickly it comes together as well.
It does. I mean, I'm rushing, obviously, because it'll be a bit boring for people just to sit and watch, because you can just get carried away now, can you? You just sort of get lost in it. And I think we'll go yellow with the beak.
I suppose as well, if you wanted to, you don't have to put the eyes on, you could have a sleeping owl, sort of paint the eyes in.
It is actually etched underneath.
Oh, is it etched on there?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a particular one that goes with each one.
It is. But you could turn the owl the other way around.
Yeah, or you could cover the whole thing with paper.
Yep, yep. Yep, you can have as much of the detail shown as you like, really. So as long as you've got a nice fine brush, you know, for getting into all your little bits, or go in with your alcohol markers, colouring in pencils, you know, for your Poscas, just to get into the little details.
Have you got a favourite colour, Wendy?
My favourite colour combination is pink and orange.
Is it?
Yeah. Which I'm reminded of constantly from all my crafting friends. I try and move away from it and do other colours.
Nothing wrong with pink and orange.
And I always come back to that too. And you know, I'm not a pink person, really.
But you're drawn to it with your artwork.
It's not a colour I ever wear as such, but when I'm crafting, I use it all the time.
And you can see, even when you've painted, you can see the etching through, can't you? So you've still got those guidelines, you've still got the outlines to work to.
I mean, I'm using Crafter's Acrylic Paint, which is more fluid than your Artist. Your Artist is sort of thicker paint, so you would have to be careful of how much you were putting on of that. But generally, once it dries, all the etch lines shine back through. Yeah. So we're just going to put a little bit of orange around the edge.
Sometimes it's better to go with two thinner layers than one really thick layer, isn't it? Build it up gradually.
Definitely. And that way you can decide how vibrant or the look you want it to be.
I've got to say, those wonderful orange wings are really showing up well.
It's a fab colour.
There we are. Coming to life beautifully.
So, I feel it needs another colour though. What will we go with? Will we go with pink?
Why not? Pink and orange, that's what we need. You've got the pink in the paper, the flowers there as well.
Yeah, got to have the pink in. So we'll just sort of like little flowers, is it? The eyes. Like so. So like I was saying to you earlier, I was prepping all this in the near dark yesterday.
I feel for you. Do you know, we were very lucky where I live. We kept getting text messages from power grids saying we were going to lose the power, but it didn't actually go off, so I can imagine how difficult it must have been for you.
And I mean, we were getting updates every day. Oh, it should be back on by 6 p.m. 6 p.m. would come and go, and it's like, oh, it should be on by 11 p.m. and it would come and go. You just can't craft in the dark.
Oh, could you hear lots of alarms going off, house alarms, when the power went?
We're actually in the middle of the countryside, so yep. So it was basically like lots of banging with fences blowing off and trees falling over and part of the roof coming down.
You've had it really bad up your way, haven't you?
Oh, it's been crazy.
Oh, look, that's made such a difference, Wendy.
So we're going to go in with some black. Now, I have got pens for the eyes.
Ah, so a good old Posca pen.
Posca pen.
Actually, acrylic pens are really, really good for MDF, aren't they?
They are. They really are. Yeah. In fact, I'm just going to go over the whole lot. As soon as you add the black in, it all just starts to pop, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely coming to life now.
There we go. And we've got some white.
Okay.
So we've got little spots on him. So
Aww.
we're just going to go in with some white. Probably because I'm obsessed with dotting on everything.
Yeah, but it lifts everything. That little bit of white really works,
it does.
doesn't it?
It's very cute.
Oh, it's really sweet.
And they're really good projects because it's not something that, obviously I'm rushing to do this so that we can do more things, but you know, you could spend hours,
yeah,
you know, getting lost in it, carried away, adding
easily.
little embellishments. So this is where we'll just add some extra little dotty details, because that's what I like.
Looks a little bit like an owl cookie.
It does actually,
Gingerbread cookie.
yeah. Try and wait for your paint to dry before you do this. I'm constantly clogging my pens up. So some little dots.
That's really lifted it. I like that a lot.
So
the all-important glint in the eye.
yes, it's still a little bit damp, so it's not just coming out just that great.
You can see it though.
And then I just like to outline, and I don't go for straight lines ever.
Okay. So just freehand with a fine liner. That makes a difference, doesn't it, as well? It defines those different areas.
It does. I've become quite obsessed with just lining everything with black now. I just like that look.
Is that a fine Posca that you've
It
got there
is,
then?
yeah. I was having a panic the other day because I thought it was running out. I thought, oh no, and I can't get out to get any more.
Yeah, I can see how much of a difference it makes actually.
It does.
Especially with the beak then, now you've outlined the beak, made it more prominent.
So we're going to leave him, and then what we're going to bring in is a branch.
Okay.
So there's quite a few different styles of branch to choose from.
I like the sort of hooked effect on that one, so you could hang something from it.
You could actually.
And you are going straight onto the MDF there, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
It's a similar colour.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when it dries, it'll probably fade more into the wood. We'll go. No, that's too bright. So we'll get a nice green and find a green. I think all my paints are running out actually.
Nice little big leafy green there.
There's a beautiful green.
Oh, we've had an email in from Val and Kerry, and they love your products and they're very excited to use them.
Oh,
It's nice, isn't it? Just keep doing what you're doing, Wendy, because you're doing a fantastic job.
Oh, thank you.
That's a lovely email, isn't it?
It is. It's really nice hearing from customers.
Yeah.
It makes it all worthwhile.
I presume you've got a Facebook page as well that we can
We
find?
we do, the Mad Hatters Laser Cut Designs. We also have a group, Mad Hatters Crafty Hatters, where you can, you know, put in photos of all your projects that you've done.
Fantastic. So if you've got any out there to share, you know where to put them.
Right, I think we'll go for a different colour because I seem to have destroyed that.
Well, it's just the point again, isn't it? Make sure that your paint's dry, obviously, in the demonstration. We don't have the time to wait for that, which is unfortunate. Actually, that yellow really works.
The yellow's lovely, actually. Right, okay. So
Lovely.
let's start putting bits together.
You've tied those colours in beautifully as well with the papers.
I feel it's just, I think I'm going to just tone it down slightly. So I'm just going to take some white.
Oh, so almost dry brushing over the surface.
Yeah. I feel that because the background's sort of got that distressed sort of feel, that I want to do the same to that I will. And it is such a nice technique. I think his tummy needs to come down a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It makes it sort of, instead of, it does still pop against the background.
Yeah,
but yeah, it tones in a
it's
little
just
bit
sort of
more.
blending it in slightly, is it?
Yeah, it binds it all together, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, a bit too much there. A bit on the feet. Yeah, I'm happier with that now. And then we'll go around the edges actually, because we've...
So again, just tying everything in together.
Yeah. Don't be scared to get in there with your fingers.
Oh no, never. I like getting messy. Love the bit of texture you've put at the bottom of the box there as well.
Yeah, a little bit of Hessian. Just get your stash out and just build up layers with various bits and bobs.
Now we have got the details on the screen for the one-day special. We'll have a little bit of a recap shortly because you get so much in the collection. Really, really good value.
Right, so I am going to use the stencil that we've got with it.
Okay.
And I'm just going to use some white paint and just dab it on. It's a lovely stencil. It works really well with everything.
You could draw through that easily as well.
You could, yeah.
So make your outlines and doodle into them perhaps.
So we're just a little bit here and there.
Yeah, it's really useful. Oh,
so
nice.
It's just that vintage sort of feel to it.
Yeah.
And get my glue. And we'll glue all your bits together.
Oh, you need one of those glue cubes.
A glue cube. What's a glue cube?
Mel from Crafty Devils, who comes here, she has a cube and then you put the glue in upside down so it always flows to the nozzle.
Oh.
So when you come to use it, there's never any air blockages and everything's, you know, where it should be in the glue bottle.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds good. I actually think I might put a little bit of this in. See, this is just when I'll get a little bit carried away now, because I'll just want to add bits and, yeah, I need one of those cubes. A little bit of pink.
Lovely.
Mrs. Owl. Stick her on the...
Oh, and of course, he or she sits perfectly on that little branch.
She does. A little bit of wiggle, a little bit of pink there. I should have had the glue gun on, but there. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh,
and then just you add little flowers, toadstools.
Yes, you've got lots of choices, haven't you, with the products we've got on the show. So let's have a little bit of a recap before we get back to Wendy. That looked amazing, didn't it? And then, of course, you can take inspiration from that demonstration. In the one-day special itself, let's just go through everything. The book boxes, you are actually getting 3. You can see the different sizes there. So the small, the medium and the large. And they are the taller, slimmer ones, which I absolutely love. Plenty of room inside to put goodies or gifts or secret messages or whatever you wish to put in there. Then we've got the houses. Again, a small, a medium and a large. You could use them as a house, you could use them as a shed, a beach hut, maybe just put your favourite mementos in there, perhaps put photographs in the background, your keepsakes, things that you collect. You've got lots of choices and they will hang on the wall as well, so really handy to have that option as well. And then, of course, we've got those wonderful frames. So 3 frames, small, medium and large again. They're here, as you can see, the taller, slimmer ones. Lots of options there, the way that you work with them. We've got some beautiful samples here. Of course, the add-ons that we've got on the show will work perfectly with a one-day special. The stencil is included, the one that we've just seen Wendy using. And you've also got 2 of the hanging plaques there as well with the holes in the top. So all in all, This is amazing value, an £11 saving if you're a non-Freedom member, but look at this, Freedom members, we're giving you £14.75 as your saving. Now there's a couple of little things missing off the picture there, just to remind you, do get 2 of the plaques as well. So yes, you're getting a lot of elements within that bundle. Item number is 223972. Now, of course, that gives you the basis to start working with everything. You can see all the components there as well. Everything will come so you can build it together. But how do you decorate? What do you do when you come to decorate them? Well, they're easy to build in the first place, to get the basis to your project, and then maybe you want to go for one of our additional products. Now, let's have a look at the owl first of all. Now, the owl we saw, of course, in demonstration there. I don't know if we know how many components in this one, do we? Not sure on this one, but there's a lot. There's a lot. Was it 56 in the gnomes? Yeah, there's a lot in this one as well, because you've got 8 owls, you've got all of those flowers, you've got the branches there as well. They are separate, so you can decide which owl sits on which branch, or just use the branch on its own. You've got the clouds in there. Everything is beautifully etched. There's some gorgeous detail in these. Definitely get your bright colours out, I think, on these as well, because you're going to have a lot of fun. Really, really lovely. Now you could split this down into so many different projects, or of course you could build up a big scene. £11.99 is the price for all of that. That is exceptional value, I've got to tell you. 284337 is the item number. Now I mentioned gnomes. We have got the gnomes for you now. The gnomes and the houses and the toadstools. Look at the chimney on some of those as well. Again, you could hang things from them, couldn't you? Some of the houses look like they've got little ice creams on the top. They're beautiful. We've got all sorts in there. The gnomes, different styles, different sizes. You've got mini toadstools in there. You've got the male and the female gnomes. Definitely have a lot of fun with these. Lots of components because these layer together as well. I love the fact that the etching of those doors is there. I mean, you could use things like your air dry clay and of course your texture paste and your stencils to add more detail as well, make things more three-dimensional, but lots and lots of elements in that one. £15.99 is the price. You've got a really good £4 saving there, 535852. Then we have the art houses. Maybe you want to make one for Christmas. Maybe you want to make one for each season. Maybe you know somebody who's just moved. This could be a moving-in gift. You could put little photographs behind the windows. You could decide how you decorate these, use papers and different mediums on the roof. You could build up slates and all sorts of things. Yeah, perfect basis to work for many, many projects again. You've got these for £11.99. There's a £3 saving. And the item number for this one is 878942. I love the fact that you've got taller houses and shorter houses and wider houses as well. There's so much detail in those as well. Now we have got more for you. Shall we give you a reminder of those trugs as well? Because, do you know, these are busy as well. I'm not surprised. I think if you're wanting to gift something, these are ideal. Maybe keep little things in home. You know, it could be on a shelf, in the craft room, in the bathroom, as we've heard. Toiletries would work perfectly in these. You know, maybe making a gift set of toiletries. A nice new flannel perhaps, and some nice smelly soap, some talcum powder. It's entirely up to you. Now you have got the choice of 2. We've got the stars or we've got the reindeers. Now you do get the tags with them as well. We haven't got the star tags here, but we do have the reindeers, but you will get them. If I just pick one of these up so you can see that there. So you've already got the little hole already cut in there for you, so you can add some string or some ribbon. Absolutely wonderful. You could draw a face on there, again use the papers, paint them. It's entirely up to you. Let me just show you again the depth of these. I'll pick up one of the decorated ones so you can see. Really good depth in there. That's one of the smaller ones as well. You get 2 that size. I love the shape of these, Wendy, as well. You've got that lovely sort of soft scalloped edge there. And then of course, let me show you the larger one. You could put plants and all sorts. Have you sealed these?
Little succulents. You could have, you know, little pots with succulents in it. Would be cute.
Really nice. Definitely love the shape of these. Do you know, I think that could even be a little baby's crib.
It could, yeah.
It could, couldn't it? If there's a new baby. Maybe you could make some blankets and decorate that up as a little gift. A little memento. £9.99, that's all it is. Remember, you do get the tags as well. 313683 is the item number there. Now we've had some images come in as well. We need to show you these. These are from Samantha. Let's have a look what Samantha sent us in. Oh my word, look at this. Oh, that's fantastic. We've got more gnomes and toadstools there. One of the frames from the one-day special.
Yep.
Oh, Samantha, that is fantastic. More there from Samantha as well. She sent us lots of pictures actually. Oh look, Samantha has hung something from the chimney on the toadstool. One of the stars. Is that one of the star tags?
No, it actually comes with the toadstool pack. You get a couple of stars.
Oh, I love
pack.
the effect
Yeah.
on the toadstool then, the colours. And then we've got one of the owls as well. Beautiful. Yeah. And it shows how everything will work together. Don't forget, if you're filling your baskets up and you get to £60 or more, you can split your basket 2 ways. You can open up that flexi basket. There we are. There's the one-day special again. 223972 is the item number there. £11 saving if you're a non-Freedom member. Freedom members, definitely worth being in the club this month, because look at the saving. We've got £14 and let's see if we can spin that around for you, 75p. There we go. Fantastic. Right, let's get back to Wendy, see what she's got in store for us next.
So we're going to use one of the tall slim plaques that come with the one-day special, and we're going to do a bit of spritzing. So I've got my book for spritzing because I tend to go everywhere. So I've got this big book that I just do it on, and then of course you can use all your background bits.
Yeah, I can see the stencil there.
Yeah, yeah. So I've just undercoated, just quick, and we're just going to go in with our sprays.
Oh, look at that
good.
colour.
Oh, I love it. And oh, it's going to stop working.
Oh, live TV.
I know.
It always happens.
Let's try this one. In fact, it's all over my hands. Aha.
Oh, now.
Oh,
I like that actually.
So pretty. Let's try this one again. Oh,
there we go.
There we go. There we go. So we're just going to let it all sort of blend, and now I'm just completely covered. And I want to add some pink specks. So we're just going to flick some pink on.
Okay.
Like so.
Oh, that shows it well.
It does. So we're just going to leave that to dry now, because I've really pretty much soaked that. So if I put that to the side to dry, out of the way. So, and we're going to bring in one of the toadstool houses.
Oh, nice.
And we've got a couple of gnomes as well. So we're just going to paint this up.
Oh, those little windows, Wendy, they're so
cute.
Sweet.
So I have glued the roof on in place. So you do get that bit of depth with the toadstool houses.
Yeah, it makes such a difference, doesn't it?
It does. So this one comes in 2 sizes, so there's a bigger one as well, and it's not actually, I forgot to take it with me for the stand, but there is a base that comes with it, so that you can stand
fantastic.
the bigger one up if you want. So I'm just going to give that a couple of coats of white, because it is just soaking in, and I want it a little bit more vibrant.
Lovely.
And we are going to go traditional toadstool and do red.
This is the thing though, isn't it? You have got the choice of so many colours. You can really go wild, can't you?
You can. Just your imagination, really, is it?
If you lived in a toadstool then, Wendy, would it be a red one?
It would probably be pink and orange.
I was just going to say, I reckon it would be orange with pink spots.
Yeah. That sounds about right. So we are going to take a bit of orange to the top, actually a little bit of yellow, just to give it a little bit of highlight.
Mr. Baker, if you lived in a toadstool, what colour toadstool would you live in? Purple. I've got to ask Katie now. A yellow one for Katie. Oh, come on, Matt, which one would you live in?
Green.
A green toadstool.
Oh.
Mine would have to be pink, I think. Yeah, a really bright pink one. Yeah. With white spots. But the big glittery spots.
Right.
Yeah, you know I live in Sugar Buttons world in my head, don't you?
That's
There's lots
not
of
a bad
toadstools
place
there.
to live,
It's not a bad
it?
place. There's
It's not
lots
a
and
bad
lots of
place to
toadstools
live.
there.
So right, so we're going to go with some green, and actually we've got a little bit of green hedge we'll use. Oh, there's a lot of hilarity going. I'm hearing lots of
Oh, if only I could tell you, Wendy.
Oh.
See, I've always been intrigued by fairies and things. So my favourite book, I say this a lot, Wendy, my favourite book was The Magic Faraway Tree.
Yes. It's actually on my bathroom
I
wall.
wanted to go up the faraway tree,
Yes.
into that land at the top. You know, you go up the top of the tree and through the clouds.
Oh, yes.
And sometimes it was
I've
a
got
nice
them all.
place.
I've got them all.
Is that what it is like in your head then? Are you at the top of the faraway tree?
Yes, definitely.
You had the little fairy called Silky, a moon face.
And actually, I was in my local charity shop a couple of weeks ago, and they had a hardback big edition of it.
Did they?
For £2.
No.
So yes, it's mine. Yeah, I know. It's just fabulous.
I once heard that they were going to make a film from it, but I've never seen any
No,
more about it
no.
since. That would be amazing.
But they were magical books. They really were.
Oh, they were, definitely.
But as I say, some of mine are on my bathroom wall, because they were just packed away in a box. And I thought, so instead of wallpapering, I've got my book pages
Have
all over
you?
the wall. Yeah.
Oh, I like a book. I love books. Oh, that was the other thing, wasn't it? If you were in the faraway tree, you went down the slippery slip,
Yeah.
didn't you,
Yeah.
to get out? It was like a big slide. And then you had pop biscuits.
Have you been reading it recently?
Honestly, it was my all-time favourite book as a child, and I read it to my children. So, yeah, I probably remember most of the lands that were at the top of the tree as well.
Yeah. Oh.
They weren't all pleasant, though, were they? There were some that were quite, well, not very nice to be in.
I have to admit, it's been quite a while since I've read any. That new book I've got is just sitting on the coffee table,
Is
looking
it?
really nice. Just I haven't opened it yet. So I find it easier just to paint the entire thing first instead of trying to paint around the spots,
That makes
and
sense.
just go back in with the spots afterwards. And it just makes it pop as soon as you add your white spots.
I like the fact that the windows are all separate, so you can decide where they are. You could have one in the top of the toadstool, like an attic room.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm concentrated now to stay in the lines.
They're laughing at me in the gallery, you know.
I can hear them.
Oh, dear. Yeah, my toadstool definitely have an extension.
Right. I'll just... No, I got a bit carried away with the white paint there, I think. I've coloured his hat in white. Didn't actually mean to do that, but
Oh.
we will paint over it. So painting in his beard. And what colour do we need?
You could put little magnets on the back of these, couldn't you?
You
And-
could.
And let the children sort of arrange them in different scenes.
Yeah. So it's going to get some little pink cheeks,
Oh, you've got to have rosy cheeks.
like so. So I think we'll just go red with the gnomes as well.
Okay.
They're
Nice
super
vibrant
cute.
red as well, isn't it?
It is. Christmas red, I think, actually.
So would you recommend a crafter's acrylic rather than an artist's
I
acrylic
would,
then?
yeah,
Just because it's got that fluidity to it?
definitely, because it's just ready to go.
Yeah.
I find that the artist ones, it's just a bit too thick. But they've got their uses for different things. So
Yeah.
I-
Do you know, I'm so enthralled watching you there, Wendy. I'd forgotten all about that plaque that you'd painted. I've just spotted it there, drying
It's
at the
drying
side.
away.
I'd forgotten all about
it's,
it.
It's taken a while, but I really blitzed it well. Should be dry once we're finished this.
You could have an alternative Christmas village, couldn't you, with the toadstools and the gnomes? Put a little bit of snow everywhere.
You could actually, yeah. Nice frosty toadstools.
That's the thing, we're spoilt with all the mediums, aren't we now? There's something for everything, every job we want to do.
Right, and we'll just take a little bit of the, in fact, we might take a little bit of pink, just to give them a little shading.
Oh, even his little shoes are dimensional, aren't they? You've got little overlays for the shoes. Mm-hmm. That really works, doesn't it? Just blending the two colours together.
Bit. And he's got little hearts on him. So we're going to go in with white just to make them pop.
Yeah. It's worth getting a set of paintbrushes then with all different sizes in, I presume.
It is, yeah. I mean, I'm not very good to my paintbrushes, to be honest. I'm constantly leaving them in water or leaving them in paint and just making a right old mess of them.
I think that comes as part of the demonstrating again, Wendy. We don't get time to sort of look after things, do we?
No. But I'm the same with home decor as well, though. Rob's constantly moaning when he finds a paintbrush stuck solid in a tin of emulsion or whatever. I really am bad. So we'll just bring his eyes back out a little bit.
It's those tiny little finishing touches that make the biggest difference, I think.
It is, and this is the, you know, once you've got your base layers on, this is when you can really go to town with all the little details.
Do you know, you've got any scraps of paper or tiny bits of fabric, you could put little curtains behind the windows.
You could. Now, I've painted the windows white, which was a daft thing to do.
Okay.
Because it's going on a white house walls, so we want it to stand out. So I'm just going to go and paint the other side. Like so. And actually, when you stick it on, if you put some yellow paint in, it looks like they're at home. You know, they've got the lights on inside.
I suppose you could, if you've got some of those little LED lights on the wires, you could drill one or two little holes, maybe where the spots are on the toadstool, and sort of poke them through, have them light up.
I actually meant...
Or behind the windows.
Yeah, I meant to take fairy lights with me for in the boxes to put behind the owls, just to give it that really nice glow.
Yeah.
But obviously I left them all at home because there was no power, and all the battery operated fairy lights have all been on.
All been used.
Yeah. Right, the door. Pink?
Oh, I think so. Why not?
All my friends are going, of course it's pink. Of course it is. With a little bit of yellow around the edge.
Now, don't forget, if you want to go for the mixed gnome and toadstool collection, they're the pieces that, of course, well, only a fraction of the kit, actually, 56 pieces in this kit. It's all there for on the screen for you. £4 saving on this one, only $15.99. Of course, we can see the one-day special at the moment. All those collections are perfect add-ons for everything, of course, combined with that one-day special. The toadstools there, the different layers, so you can build that dimension. I mean, I suppose you could stretch that even further by painting in some of the faces or painting in some of the detail and using the overlays separately. It's your choice once you've got them home. You decide how you work with them. I adore the little miniatures as well in there. The flowers, the toadstools, of course, different doors for different houses as well. Such a lovely kit. 535852 is the item number.
Right, so we're just edging everything in the black.
Oh, we've only got 3 minutes left,
oh,
Wendy. Where did that go?
Right, okay, let's just put it together. Wow, that's gone really fast. I had so much to do.
Well, of course, you're back again at 8 o'clock, aren't you?
Yes. Right, so we'll bring the plaque in and we'll just sort of start layering things up to give an idea of the look I was going for.
Okay.
Well, I think. Maybe some windows like so.
Oh.
And then we've got our wee gnomes. Actually, put that behind there just to sit him up slightly. This is where you can get your foam tape or your gels, you know, to sort of give them that sort of depth.
Or if you've got any scraps of MDF, you can use them, can't you, for lifting things as well?
Obviously, I've got lots of that lying around, so I probably would do that. But then you've got your little die cuts, so get them a little bit of foliage there.
It's nice to mix the different mediums, isn't it?
It is.
We could have a little bit of fabric or felt.
Yeah, yep. And then obviously when I would probably ink the edges up and then go in with my black pen around the edges. In fact, I'll probably finish this off and show what I've done.
Yeah,
you know,
you
when
can
we
see
come
how
back
beautiful
again.
It's building together.
But yeah, this and just start adding all your bits and pieces and
perfect.
Yeah, that's the idea of it.
And of course, the plaque itself came from the one-day special, the elements from the gnome set, the gnome and toadstool set. Let's have a final recap, actually, because the one-day special, you're getting so much here for your money. The book boxes, 3 of them. You've got the small, the medium and the large. And then, of course, you've got the houses there. The same thing applies, the small, the medium and the large. Really good sizes. I love the fact that you have got those little notches in the back, so if you want to hang them up on the wall, you can do. You've got 3 of the frames as well. Small, medium and large again, then the stencil, and then of course 2 of those plaques, one we've just seen in demonstration. That stencil is just fab, isn't it? Look at the sample we can see there. £11 saving, that's for non-Freedom members. That's a great saving for you, but if you are, of course, in the Freedom Club, your saving is even bigger. So there we are, £14.75 off the price, bringing it right down to £33.74. Item number you need is 223972. Well, that just flew by, Wendy.
It did.
You are back at 8. It might give you just enough time to go and get a cup of tea.
Yes. Yep.
What can we expect later?
Just more goodies, really.
More,
just more
inspiration, more of the
playing.
same. Do stay with us, though. We've got more in between now and then, of course, with Wendy. But make it a date with Wendy. Don't miss the show and check those baskets out, everybody. Menu is to follow.